Your enemies are intimidated by your intelligence and knowledge overflow. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, your enemies are intimidated by your intelligence and knowledge overflow. Somebody drop in the comments and say everybody don't deserve knowledge. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say everybody don't deserve knowledge. Let me break that down for you. So you have forbidden knowledge and you have hidden knowledge, right? Knowledge that should not be touched, forbidden knowledge. And knowledge that has been tucked away, that's hidden knowledge. But see, the knowledge is not the problem. The problem is who have possession of the knowledge. Y'all stay with me. See, everybody don't have the purity that it takes to retain that knowledge. Everybody don't have the maturity that it takes to retain that knowledge. But see, when you have been divinely selected and elected, it is because God sees purity in you, maturity in you, understanding in you. He knows that when he gives you an infinite flow of knowledge, you're going to do right with it. You're going to empower others. You're going to help others. You're going to uplift others. Make sense of what I'm saying? See, let me break it down even deeper for you. If you are an asshole, excuse my French, y'all, but I got to say it. If you are an asshole without money, then you're going to be a bigger asshole with it. If you are a good person without money, then you're going to be an even better person with it. See, it's the same thing with knowledge. The knowledge exposes who you are. And see, if you have the knowledge of harming people, right, or doing well with it, but if you got a good heart, you're going to choose to harm people, God can't give you that knowledge. He can't give you that type of authority, right? I would hate to know what a person who have an evil heart would do if they had the knowledge of creating a bomb or having access to a bomb. The whole world would be gone, right? So that's why he gives knowledge to certain individuals, because everybody can't handle it, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, you can't handle it. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you can't handle it, right? Now, family, we're going to go ahead and get directly into this, but let me tell you this. It's going to be a lot of people who are mad, pissed off. They'll disappear from around you, walk out on you, be very intimidated by you because you got something that they want. Okay, you have something that they always cherish and wanted to have, but they're not going to do right by it. It's like a person who want a baby. God never give you the baby because he know that you're not going to take care of it, right? He know who to give certain things to. But the point of what I'm saying is, y'all, is that your enemies are intimidated by your intelligence and knowledge overflow. This is why you know so much. This is why you have a high level of understanding. This is why you get things done. This is why you end up with books that you should not have, courses that you should not be in, right? This is why you are connected to an infinite source of information. You have been selected. But people are going to be intimidated. So within this video, y'all, I'm going to give y'all all the signs of how you know they are intimidated by your intelligence and knowledge overflow, y'all. All right. But of course, y'all, need I say anything else? Look at this, y'all. It's a beautiful day outside, right? And on top of that, y'all, it's Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers, man. I'm talking about the real fathers. You know, you've been putting in work, going unrecognized and not getting the credit that you deserve. You trying to fight to stay in your baby's lives. People downing you. You done did a whole 360, but they still see the worst in you. I'm telling you, my brother, happy Father's Day. I love you. I hear you. And I see you, man. I see you. Y'all drop that down below in the comments. I'm talking about my ladies too, right? All my men, y'all drop down below in the comments and say happy Father's Day, man. We got to give this up really to all the fathers. And it's also Men Mental Health Month, right? So kudos to all my fathers, the good ones, all right? Because just because you are a male, it doesn't mean that you are a man. Being a father is a real job. So shout out to all my men who are real fathers, right? Had to give y'all this little segment in the video. But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get directly into it, y'all. Leave a thumbs up on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post, all right? Number one, y'all, first thing is first. How you know that they are intimidated? It's going to be number one, they avoid you. All right? They avoid you. See, anytime a person is intimidated or afraid of something or can't stand something, they're going to avoid it. I don't want to be around it, right? Whenever a person feel like they can dominate you, they don't mind being within your presence. Y'all better look at nature. Nature tell you everything you need to know. Listen, y'all. An animal who avoids the lion are gazelles, warhogs, even hyenas when they're not in packs. But almost every animal avoid a lion. That's because they are intimidated by the lion. Y'all ask me, do a honey badger run away from a lion? A honey badger don't run away from no lion because he's not afraid, right? Honey badgers will go toe-to-toe with anything, with anybody, right? And that's the same thing with yourself. The reason why they avoid you is because you are willing to go toe-to-toe with anything, anybody. And I'm not even talking about fighting physically. I'm talking about fighting verbally. I'm talking about fighting intellectually. I'm talking about really having high-level conversations, right? But see, when people feel like they can't talk over your head, when people feel like they can't use the manipulation or gaslighting tactic, when people feel like they can't get you to, move off of their words, because some people are really charismatic, y'all. Some people are really charismatic to where they can move a person just with their words. Y'all see the politicians, right? They're some of the ones who are frontline for it. They tell you what they gonna do, how they gonna do it, when they gonna do it, and when they get in office, they never do it. It's because their words moves you. But see, when you are intelligent, you don't allow words to move you. You go off of actions. Yes, sir. Somebody drop in the comments and say actions speak louder. Oh yeah. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say actions speak louder. That's a fact. So anytime a person is avoiding you, whenever you walk into the job, they walking right out, they intimidated by your intelligence and your knowledge overflow. They don't want to face the piper, right? They don't want you to speak up for yourself. They don't want to hear your intelligent opinions and your intelligent perspective and point of view, the way you see things. You ever had a friend who's okay with them talking all the time and them always sharing their perspectives and opinions and talking with you about how they feel, but the moment you start talking about the same thing and maybe you have a different perspective or a different aspect, right? But it makes sense and they have no choice but to respect it. You can see how they pause and how they stutter and how they sit back like, it's a facial expression of disgust. Family, it's because they are intimidated by your intelligence. They don't want other people to agree with you. They don't want other people to hear you, right? This is why some people never make it into the industry. This is why some people never make it, to that job or make it to that high level position within that career, because people will continuously avoid them. They never give them the shot. They never give them the chance. They avoid them, okay? And you have to understand something. You're going to always be avoided. Don't think that, they just hate me. No, they're intimidated by you. Yeah, they are intimidated, right? Can you imagine how many people avoided Michael Jackson, Tupac, Biggie when they was living, when them giants was on the earth, right? And I'm not talking about from a worldly standpoint. I'm talking about from a spiritual standpoint. See, when you are the biggest in your industry, when you are the biggest in your field, when you are the biggest in your place of work, your craft, you become a giant. People avoid you because they are intimidated. See, you a giant. And what makes you a giant is your gift, your talent, your charisma, your swagger, right? Because you dominate in that area of expertise. That makes you a giant. Think about some of your top singers, giants in their field, right? Think about some of your top basketball players who ever played, giants in their field. And those who are entry level, starting or trying to get into it, they look up to them. People look up to you. This is what I need you to understand. What makes you a giant is your knowledge. I always talk about Malcolm X, y'all, when I speak about knowledge, right? At first, he was just mediocre. He was just regular old Red, right? If y'all read his autobiography, you would know that his nickname was Red. But when he became Malcolm X, that's when he became a giant. Because when you have the understanding of, when you have the wisdom, when you have that connection to infinite information and knowledge, that makes you a giant, because you're able to see over the BS. You see how it makes you a giant? You're able to see past the manipulation. You're able to see past the blurred lines, right? The things that they told us was true, but in actuality, it was a lie. You know, that is what makes you a giant. And so people don't want to get stepped on. People don't want to get touched. People don't want to get hit, because if you look at a bug or a roach, whenever you step on it, it ain't no getting up from that. Yeah, y'all, they roaches. You're the person who can step on them. I'm just saying, y'all, they don't want to be stepped on. This is why they avoid you. Next thing, y'all, number 2, it's going to be this right here. The insecurities flare up, right? The insecurities flare up. So let's just speak about insecurity first. An insecurity is something that you are not sure about on the inside of you. Okay, so it doesn't matter what man you date. It doesn't matter what woman you marry. It doesn't matter what job you get or how much money you make. All right? If you're not secure on the inside, then you're never going to be right. Then you're never going to feel fulfilled. You're going to always be seeking outside and externally, when in actuality, you should be looking on the inside of self. Somebody drop in the comments and say, look on the inside. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, look on the inside. So that is an insecurity. And whenever that insecurity flare up, you got to look at it like if you stumped your toe or if you skinned your knee. The scab on it means that it's healing. But when that scab get touched, now it's no longer healing. It goes back to bleeding. That's the same thing with that insecurity. Maybe they're healing. They're on their journey, you know, their process, and I understand that. You know, it's not about the progress, it's about the process. And guess what, y'all? Slow progress is better than no progress, and I'm gonna give them that. However, y'all, let's just say they're okay with staying in that position. If they are in a position to where they are insecure, anytime they see a person who's smarter than them, their insecurity will flare up. So they may cause chaos. They may implement insults. They may try to keep you below them. They may try to make a scene. They may try to take your information and twist it and make it theirs. Listen, y'all, when it comes to insecurities, it shows in different shapes, forms, and fashions, okay? So their insecurities flaring up is only a sign that they are intimidated by your knowledge and overflow, okay? Let me say this right here, y'all. If you take a pretty girl or the prettiest girl and put her in the room with other pretty girls, chances are she's not going to show her insecurities, even if she has some. You know why? Because she's secure in herself. She knows that I'm the prettiest. She knows that I'm her. She knows that. But if you put pretty girls in a room with the prettiest, that insecurity get to flaring up, right? So you put a man in a room with a man who got more than him. If he's not secure within himself, those insecurities are going to flare up. Same thing. I was just watching Snow White, right? And the evil witch who had married her father, she had this mirror that she created, and she would always ask him, who's the fairest of them all? Y'all know the story. And he would respond with, you're the fairest of them all. But when Snow White became Snow White, he told her, you're not the fairest of them all. That insecurity flared up. Why? Or how do I know this? Because he locked Snow White up. She locked Snow White up. She put her in a position to where she couldn't be seen. And she also tried to kill her. That is how you know somebody's insecurity is flaring up, when they try to get rid of you. All right? Number 3, y'all. It's going to be this right here. They overcompensate. All right? That's a big one. They overcompensate. You know, when people are insecure and when they are intimidated and all these different things, they are actually overcompensating to prove to you and those who are watching that, hey, I'm not afraid of them. Hey, I'm not intimidated. I'm not scared. And they do things that they really would not do to prove a point. Y'all remember on the movie in too deep with Omar Epps and LL Cool J and all those guys. We talked about it before, y'all. But when he kept saying, give me the ooh-wop, give me the ooh-wop, after he had tried to shoot the guy, but really he intentionally missed because he was a cop. And if, whether you're a cop or not, you're going to be just as wrong as a regular person who's on the street because you are doing a job. You're not supposed to harm nobody or hurt nobody. And so he was intentionally missing. But then he went further to say, give me the ooh-wop. Like, give me the gun, I'll go do it. He was overcompensating to prove that I'm down. They didn't realize that he was just doing a job. And that's the same thing with yourself, y'all. Don't allow people who are overcompensating to trick you. People who are overcompensating to prove a point to you. Because they're trying to get you to believe this act. And anybody who's acting are not real with themselves, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, get real, all right? But next thing, y'all, is going to be number 4. And that is, they try to beat you to the punch, all right? They try to beat you to the punch, y'all. It's sad, but this is what they do. So they may try to beat you to the punch of getting a new car, beat you to the punch of having the freshest new outfit, beat you to the punch of getting the answer correct before you even said. You get what I'm saying, y'all? It's crazy. It's like people try to beat you to the punch. And see, when you are confident in self, how can they beat you to the punch when you're not trying to prove a point to nobody? You're only trying to prove it to yourself. People who are trying to beat you to the punch are trying to show everybody else that I'm the fairest of them all. I'm the smartest of them all. I'm the best of them all. But when you know that you're the fairest, when you know that you're the smartest, when you know that you're the best, you're not trying to prove it to nobody. Michael Jordan ain't trying to prove nobody that he's the best. He feel like I'm the best. Kobe Bryant wasn't trying to prove to nobody that he was the best. He said that I'm the best. Black Mamba, right? So family, you have that security. You have that confidence in self. And you understand your intelligence. However, y'all, everybody else don't understand that. So they're going to try to beat you to the punch to make themselves feel like they're smarter than you. I mean, even in the content creation space, y'all, we try to do videos before one another, right? We try to make our videos better than one another. It's a very competitive space, y'all, in this content creation field. I'm going to just be honest with y'all. It's very competitive. But that's the point. People who are competing and people who are not secure within their own lane, they're constantly trying to beat someone else to the punch. I'll put my video out before you, right? I'll do this type of content before you. You know, and it's in every field, y'all. It's in every field. From music, movies, culinary, whatever. Same thing. Number 5, y'all, the last thing is going to be this right here. What they do is, y'all, they keep you in an inferior position, all right? They keep you in an inferior position. Now, what this simply means is that the manager will never put you in a, let me say it like this. The general manager will never promote you to district manager, right? Or regional manager. The regional manager will never promote you to district manager, all right? The shift lead will never put you in their position. I'm going to always keep you here because I know you know more than me and you just may put me out of a job. You just may put me out of my own spot. So let me keep you underneath me so I can monitor your talents, so I can monitor your gifts, so I can monitor your skills, your knowledge. Let me monitor it. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? They want to keep you contained. Family, the speed limit in most urban areas is about 45 miles to about 55 miles per hour, right? Give or take. However, most cars are able to go 140 miles per hour. Why is it that they don't allow us to go 140 miles per hour? It's simply because they want to keep us contained. Now, for the point, y'all, obviously you want to go as fast as you can. But in reality, when it comes to going 140 miles per hour, that just wouldn't be wise. We're going to keep that real. But the point of what I'm saying is, people know your potential. They know what you can do, yet they don't want you to reach your full potential, and they don't want you to do it. Why? Because it's going to cause you to shine. It's going to cause you to become big, successful, famous, right, and notarized. This is why they are intimidated by your intelligence, because you have the information to find a way. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. But the point is, They keep you in an inferior position, right? Your boss would never pay you enough money to move next door to him. I need you as a worker. Yeah, I need you as an Indian because I'm the chief. That's their mentality. They are intimidated by you. You ever had a boss or a manager who you knew I'm talking about you knew for a fact that you knew more than him? You was way more educated, way more articulate, but yet he telling you, hey, let me know when you go to the bathroom. Yet he's telling you what to do. Sometimes they be younger than you too. They are intimidated by your intelligence and your knowledge overflow. All right? But that's the point, y'all. That's going to be today's video, okay? Y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy y'all Father's Day, all my fathers. Y'all enjoy y'all day, just everybody in general. Y'all make sure y'all go over to the Rich Mentality Academy. Y'all join, y'all meet y'all tribe. Get a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie. Y'all make sure y'all book a one-on-one session with your boy. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.